Welcome to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be unboxing a big game, Galactic Renaissance from Madigo Games. This is kind of a spiritual successor to Inish, a very famous and popular area control game, but it plays quite a bit differently without card drafting, and the combat takes place differently as well. So it's very much its own unique product. I've been excited to try it out. So I'm excited to look and see what is inside this big box. It's mostly like a card-driven deck building game, but there are some, I think, plastic miniatures, so there must be quite a bit in here. It's kind of a hefty box. So let's go down to the table, open it up, and see what everything looks like inside. Okay, here's the box on the table. Give you a little zoom there. That's the front. It's for 2 to 4 players, 90 minutes, 14 plus. And here is the back of the box. Build up your team, explore the galaxy, and expand your influence. All right, let's open her up. I hope you can see the cool gold touches, like on the lettering and on the sides here. It does look fancy. Oh man, you're stuck lid. There we go. Okay, so we got the lid off. Here is the rule book, first of all, and I guess first here is the storage instructions of where you should place everything, and that's steps 7 through 12. 1 to 6. Interesting. There's quite a bit in here, it looks like. That is handy. I do appreciate it when they show you the best way to store everything in the box. Okay, here is the rule book overview, setup, how to play, disorder phase, main scoring and end game, cards and effects, move, add, remove, new planet exploration, and surprisingly, that rule book is not very long. There's 12 pages, including the back, and probably a rules video here, this QR code, I would guess. Looks like this must be a second printing or later. They have some tokens to be replaced. I appreciate the companies doing that, so there are those. All right, and then we're getting to the bulk of the cardboard, of which there is a lot here. I'm going to zoom out so we can see it all, push the box out of the way. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sheets, it looks like. And these are different planets that you can send, I think, your like political representatives to. And the planets have 2 pieces, I think, that make them up. A left side here that will have like different portals on them, so you can teleport from one planet to another. Basically shows adjacency. Let's pop one of these out so we can see the thickness. They're nice, linen finished. They feel totally great. They're not like an added thickness. I think they're kind of standard, but they feel good. But a planet also has, I popped a few of those out, a right side as well that shows you how many of those, what are they called, representatives can be at that planet. And they are these circles here. So I think instead of a game board, these planets will just kind of be laid out, and probably makes for quite a bit more variability, because with the different portals for adjacency, red, yellow, and blue, you don't know what's going to be adjacent to what. And so I think that was kind of the goal here. So those are cool looking. I imagine just seeing the 6 planets from those first couple sheets, having 6 of these out, I've heard this game is kind of a table hog, but it is cool. So there is one of those. Put this sheet over to the side as well. Okay, and then this one is upside down. These are smaller planets, it looks like. These are, I think, what it said. Some of them need to be replaced. I have a round token there, and then there are tokens for, I'm guessing these are different player colors: teal, purple, blue, or green, and I think we saw yellow in that replacement sheet. So there's those. some more planets. So there's going to be at least 12. And then it looks like you can have an infinite number. Maybe this is your starting planet, since they also seem to match the player colors, I think, except I thought it was yellow, not orange, but we'll see in a minute. There's also a space rabbit. Not exactly sure what he does. Okay, there are at least 18 planets, and I think that might be all of them now. And then a couple of like main boards here. I think these are like a player's hub. I like it when they're double-sided, so you can decide if you want to have your reservoir of extra representatives on the right or on the left, it seems. Very cool. Green, purple, and some smaller tokens there. Then we've got a big board that has some cool gold touches on it. Yeah, that board is super cool. I love the gold. Interesting thing about this game, you're trying to get to 30 points. And you go on this point track, and as soon as you get to 20 points, then anytime you get more than 20, you fall like back down this arrow slide back to 20, unless you can get at least 10 on your last turn. So the point is you have to end with like a killer turn. Kind of an interesting mechanism. I wonder how it will play out. It sounds cool in my head, but we'll see. Anyway, so that is the points board, and I think there are some objectives that sit on there, probably in this red tray. So there is that cool board. Let's set it to the side. And then the other two colors, and yeah, they are orange and teal. So I wonder what those replacement yellow-looking ones were for. But lots of cardboard stuff in there. Then we have, oh, this is why it had a sheet for how to store it. There is another box inside a box, and this tray, and I guess real quick, just I'll show you the art inside the box. This is a pretty nice production, to be honest. I mean, it is kind of a pricey game, so I guess that kind of makes sense, but I like the strange art. There's also, is that the same piece of artwork inside the lid? It looks like it, yeah. Some cool art there. All right, let's look inside these last two things. Oh, this one's just an empty tray that will store stuff, and has a slot here for the 3 different kind of types of objective cards, I think. And I'm guessing during the game, maybe they don't, but maybe it sits up here kind of. I don't know. I actually might like just setting it on the table there, but I think that was the, or is the intended purpose of that. And then we have this box full of goodies as well. So let's open it up. Okay. We have some, wow, cool like acrylic pieces. I'm guessing this is your points marker. We'll show those in a second. And then the representatives in the 4 different colors. And then these seem to be like a city token. We'll again show those in a second. A bunch of extra, well, I guess extra is not the right word, 5 baggies, and the cards. It looks like my cardboard got a little bent in the middle in there, but that's okay. Let's get this box out of the way. Oh, there is also one standee. Wonder what that is for. Oh, it's probably for that rabbit piece. Okay, we'll look at the cards last. So let's look at these tokens and player cardboard pieces. So you've got purple, orange, green, and blue. Again, in these cool acrylic pieces. I love those. Love acrylic pieces. The green representatives look like so. Kind of has a crazy looking mustache. Okay. And I think they're all a different model, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are. Which is nice for color blindness as well. Blue, this guy with a staff. Purple is, oh, I guess each player also has their own color of building. So I'll go back and show those other ones. Purple is this guy with a different kind of staff. Maybe that's meant to be a bow and arrow. Okay, let's go back really quick. And it does look like those are the same sculpt actually on the different colors. Yeah, I don't see a differentiating factor on those, I don't think, but maybe they just go on your own player board and that doesn't matter so much. Okay, and then last color is orange here. And orange has their building or city or whatever it is, and that guy, I like that one. That's a cool one. Looks like a crab dude, like floating in a big chair. I don't know. I like sci-fi, so that's kind of fun. And then there are these pieces, of which there are 5, and they look like a big like tower or city kind of piece. All right, so that is all of those pieces, and that brings us just to the last item here, the cards, and they are big tarot-sized cards. I do like a good, nice-sized card. Maybe as I start to get old, which I am, in my mid-30s, bigger cards are kind of nice. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 player aid cards that have a player turn, disorder on one side, exploration and lexicon on the other side. Love a player aid card. And then these looks like keywords for advisor cards, ambassador, captain, explorer. Yeah, so everyone probably gets one of those as well. Love that. Okay, let's look at the back side of these cards. Are they all the same? It looks, oh nope, not like it. Got these red ones. These are probably the objective cards that go in that red tray or on the points board up here, like we mentioned. So let's look at those first. I'm not going to read through them all. I'm just going to flip through them pretty quickly so you can see what they look like, what the scoring objectives are. It looks like they're primarily worth 1 or 2 victory points per, I guess, event, if you're able to meet the objective more than once, I would imagine. Okay. Then we have these cards, I think some of which are starting cards. Yeah, each player has their own set of, I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I can't count. That's 7 cards. They each have a different action on them. One of them, for example, the Senator, is the one that lets you score victory points for the objective card. So you have to be able to get back through your hand or your little mini deck to get to your Senator card in order to score. But here are the other ones: the Explorer, the Foundation Expert, Institute Director, Recruiter, Captain, Ambassador, and the Senator. Okay, so each player has their stack of those cards. And then there are specialist cards that also look like they have abilities on the bottom, and I'm guessing they are much more unique than the 7 cards they have. So let's flip through those really quickly. Peacemaker, Schemer, Henologist, Navigator, Propagandist, Mediator, Influencer, Charismatic Leader, Altruistic Scholar, Strategist, Psychotic Negotiator, Intercom Hacker, Undercover Agent, Portal Programmer, what are you? Agitator, Master Negotiator, some of the letters like the A's and the R's and G's kind of blend together, Eco Specialist, psychohistorian, bioengineer, zealot, chronologist, historian, astropolitician, spy, Senate representative, roboticist, AI expert, and the geneticist. And that is everything inside the box when you open Galactic Renaissance from Madigo Games. Again, thanks so much for being here and for watching this unboxing here on Gaming Top Down. Let me know in the comments if you've played this one and if you like it more or less than Inish, which it is kind of loosely spiritual successor to. Thanks again, and I will see you on the next video here on Gaming Top Down. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, Gaming Top Down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content, but there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow. If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.